Well, Merry Christmas. I had a piece from my sermon today that didn't get recorded, but I thought this would be an opportunity to put on video and share it with as many people the good news of what I think is just the irony of the gospel of Jesus Christ, specifically the name Jesus. In Matthew's gospel, we read about Joseph and how Joseph found out that Mary was pregnant and was going to send her away, which is understandable. And then an angel came to him in a dream and said, Joseph, don't bother sending Mary away, for the child that is in her is of God. And you will give birth to one who will save his people from their sins, and you will name him, and this is where it gets interesting. For being Jewish, I think Joseph thought, what's the name going to be? And if you are going to marry a girl who is pregnant with a child that's of God, the name would be pretty important, especially when God wouldn't even be named by Moses. When Moses asked God's name, he said, I am. I am who I am. I will be where I will be. And then the angel said, and you will name him Jesus. Now, we don't hear it the same way Joseph probably did, because in Joseph's day, Jesus was a very common name. The historian Josephus has a couple of dozen Jesuses in the history. There were Jesus here, Jesus there, even when Pilate offered up Barabbas. Some accounts have him as Jesus, Barabbas, or Jesus of Nazareth. So Jesus was a common name, like Bob. So what Joseph heard was, Mary will give birth to a child that's of God, and you will name him Bob. So if you can imagine, Joseph went through that. And he told people when Jesus was born that his name was Bob. And when the shepherds who had seen the angels in the field came and they gathered around the manger and they told Joseph about the angels and what they had said, they said, tell us, what is this special child's name? And Joseph said, his name is Bob. And when the Magi traveled from so far away and they came and they offered on bended knee gifts of gold, frankincense, and myrrh, and they said, what's his name? Joseph said, Bob. And they said, Bob? And he said, yeah, I know. Again and again, from the day he was presented in the temple to other days, Joseph had to tell that this special child had a very common John Smith, David Jones type name. But the good news of the gospel is this, is that he came for common people in a common place. So that we don't have to be special to be loved by God, but we are loved by God, and therefore we are special. And we know that because the one who came, who is God's presence, whose name shows Emmanuel, God with all of us. Even the Bobs, the Toms, the Sallys, the Sues, all of us. And that's a great gift. Every Christmas and every day. Have a Merry Christmas.